Test. Good morning, or in this case, good afternoon. Welcome to Books at the Bottom of the Stairs. My name's Lorene. I'm so glad you could join me. The footage that I don't know what order I'm going to put this in. Maybe the hello is in the middle of the video. But the footage that is showing this regrowth, the return of Books at the Bottom of the Stairs, is something I'm really happy about. At the end of the video, I have some footage of the books upstairs, and I think that brings to conclusion the epic journey of getting our floors in and books back on different bookshelves and the house back in order. I can say that I can actually see the kitchen counters, which as I was sorting through different things, it was just like, where am I going to put this? It doesn't belong here. Kitchen counter. So yesterday I spent a good part of the day just reclaiming the kitchen, and thought, I was going to talk to you about something else today, and I think it would be kind of fun. I've got a bunch of books I discovered in my studio that were extremely inspirational to me at the sort of beginning of my textile arts exploration. They're still pretty important to me. And I thought, I'll show you some of those books, but I would like a day where the lighting is kind of more even, and maybe a rainy day. That might be a nice rainy day project. Let me know if you think that's a cool idea. So I thought, okay, instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the books from upstairs downstairs, and this is my reading pile. It doesn't include Steve's, and there's just so many books there. I haven't even really been able to take it on board. I have a pretty good idea what's over there, but I'm not 100% sure, like, what's a priority book, what's a book that just landed there because I knew I still wanted to read it. These are my library books, and what I tend to do is the library books go on this side. I hope that's in the camera. Go on this side of the staircase, and the bottommost shelf are the books that I have read, which I will talk to you about next time. Then the next pile are my book club books, and for this month I still have to read The Nymph and the Lamp and Orwell's Roses, and so I better hurry and scurry on that. And then these are the books that I have culled from the library and just, kind of filter in between other things. And then these are the two books I spoke to you about in Beautiful Books that I still have to read. I'm going to read Anne of Green Gables in the summer. I think I said that. I really want to just be at the camp where it's beautiful and I can just enjoy both these nature writing books. Well, I know Anne of Green Gables is not a nature writing book, but I'm going to be reading it more for the setting this time because she does paint a very pretty picture. So I know those are going to be part of my summer reading plans. And the rest of it, I guess the next step for me is to go through and try and figure out what I want to take with me to the camp. And the other thing that's coming up in our lives that hopefully I have the brains to figure out is we'll be going back out west with, we're going to fly out with the cat, and we're going to pick up our Volkswagen camper van in Penticton, BC. And then we're going to continue the trip that eluded us last summer when the motor died in the van. So the dilemma for that for me is Steve takes the cat as carry-on luggage. I take Steve's banjo, and we each get a bag of some sort. but the cat and the banjo count as our overhead luggage. And so then we need to take checked luggage. Well, that's not the problem. The problem is we don't want to have to take a suitcase, because the suitcase will have to go with it in the van, and there's no room in the van for that kind of just big thing. Everything gets tucked into nooks and crannies and shoved into here's and there's. And so I was opting for the idea that we put everything into a cardboard box, and then we can just fold that up and recycle it at the other end. But I think we voted for a duffel bag. And all that's to say, I don't know how much weight I can get in books. And when we came back last time, I had Christmas presents and books that we had bought, books that we had taken with us that belonged to the library. So we had a huge amount of our checked luggage was just that sort of thing. And so, what are we going to do on the way back? Because we also have to take the cat's food. I'm going to take a little bit of the cat's food. She's not that precious that she can't change diets partway through. But it's just, Steve takes coffee wherever we go, and he takes his coffee grinder. And so there are a few madcap things that have to fit into that suitcase. So out of this, and possibly, who's to say I don't go shopping in the next 8 weeks and buy something? I have to figure out what I want to read. Also, where we're going, I'm not guaranteed that the first 10 days or so, I'll say the first 10 days are not necessarily near a bookstore. So I figure I have to take at least 2 books, and I figure probably 300 to 400 pages each, just, or do I take 3 books of 300 pages? I don't know. And before you suggested, I don't do ebooks or Kobo or any of those things. Even audiobooks for me are a struggle. Although I do listen to them, but mostly when I'm so exhausted, I just sort of tune them on and tune them out. So it's got to be books. Can't take hardcover. Better take something that's kind of smallish. So I'm going to go through this stack, and I'm going to sort all that out. That's my today's project, and I don't really have anything to talk about until I've done that. So I hope you enjoy the next segment of the video today, and I guess I will see you later. I hope all your reading dreams and adventures continue to come true, and that the sun is shining wherever you are. Bye-bye for now. Oh, sorry if this part is a little bit choppy. I decided to insert this just so you can, journey along. That's nonfiction. This little section here is what I hope to read before the end of May or before we leave. That's the section for summer, and then everything behind me will be when we get back home. That's not to say that's all I'm planning. You should see the list, but that's for your, what's that? An enticement? Yes, to entice you. Well, folks, I'm just interjecting a little bit of shelfmanship. We went to IKEA and we got the White Billy standard set with glass doors. Really helps to hold the picture, really tidies things up. The books can be a bit of a shambles in the background, and you don't worry about it too much. And so this is our hallway now. I'm just so delighted. Yeah, and that's the room where all the other books are. But whoops, The other part that's fun is that I received these Fox handles several Christmases ago. So I received 6, but there are 5 bookshelves here. So we have one left over. But just, doesn't it look so nice and neat? Man, I'm so excited about all of this. And there's a little bit of room up at the top for some more books because I still have 2 shelves worth of books on my reading pile that will one day have to join this. So the book project is over and we move on to other crazy things in this house.